Today we will begin with Unit 7, the P block elements. The P block elements are placed in group 13 to 18 of the periodic table. Their valence shell electronic configuration is NS2 NP ranging from 1 to 6, except helium with 1s2 configuration. Group 15 elements are nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, moscovium. When we move down the group, non-metallic character decreases and metallic character increases. For example, nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals, arsenic and antimony are semi-metals or metalloids, bismuth and moscovium are metals. Group 15 elements are also known as nicogens, meaning poisonous. So these elements, either in their elemental form or in the form of compound, are harmful in one or the other way. For example, white phosphorus, denoted as P4, is used as red poison, while compound of nitrogen, that is nitrogen trichloride, is used as an explosive. Now if we talk about occurrence of these elements in nature, so first is nitrogen. 78% by volume of the atmosphere comprises of nitrogen. Nitrogen is also found as sodium nitrate, NaNO3. So it also contains nitrogen. NaNO3 is also known as Chile saltpeter, and nitrogen is also present in KNO3, known as Indian saltpeter. Then nitrogen is also present as protein in plants and animals. So here we will see that these are the ways how nitrogen can be obtained. Now next is occurrence of phosphorus. Phosphorus occurs in minerals of apatite family. The general formula of minerals of apatite family is Ca9 PO4 whole 6 dot CaX2. So instead of X, if you put fluorine, then it will become fluorapatite. If you put chlorine, it will become chloropatite, and if you put OH, then it will become hydroxyapatite. So here example of fluoroapatite is given, which is generally found in phosphate rocks. So here we will see that the same formula is there, Ca9 PO4 whole 6 into CaF2. So when we put F, then it will become fluoroapatite. Another source of phosphorus is that it is present in bones and living cells, as well as phosphorus is also present in the form of phosphoproteins, and these phosphoproteins are present in milk and eggs. Next is arsenic, antimony and bismuth. So these three elements are generally found mainly as sulfide minerals in nature, okay, from the earth crust. And the last element is moscovium, so its symbol is Mc. Due to very short half-life time, okay, that is T half. So very short half-life time of moscovium is there. That's why it is available in traces in nature. Let us talk about electronic configuration. Nitrogen having atomic number 7. Now you have to remember 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32, 32, okay? So in 7, when you are adding 8, the atomic number of phosphorus will become 15. Then add 18, so atomic number of arsenic will be 33. Then again add 18, so atomic number of antimony is 51. Then add 32, so atomic number of bismuth is 83. Again add 32, so atomic number of moscovium is 115. In case of nitrogen, the electronic configuration is helium 2s2 2p3. In case of phosphorus, neon 3s2 3p3. In case of arsenic, argon 3d10, 4s2, 4p3. In case of antimony, krypton 4d10, 5s2, 5p3. In case of bismuth, xenon 4f14, 5d10, 6s2, 6p3. So if S and P are having the principal quantum number n, then D will be n minus 1 and F will be n minus 2. So here we will see that 4f14, 5d10, 6s2, 6p3. In case of muscovium, it is radon. So up to radon, noble gas configuration. Thereafter we are having 5f14, 6d10, 7s2, 7p3. Now if we talk about atomic and ionic radii, so here we will see that as the number of orbit increases down the group, atomic and ionic radii goes on increasing. Okay. So atomic and ionic radii increases down the group. If we talk about ionization enthalpy, so in case of nitrogen, because of its smaller size, it is very difficult to remove the valence electron, while in case of bismuth, because of its bigger size, the last electron is away from the nucleus, so easily the electron can be removed, so it requires less ionization enthalpy. So that means ionization enthalpy decreases down the group. Now electronegativity. So electronegativity is the ability of an atom in a bonded situation to attract the electron of covalent bond towards it. Here we will see that in case of non-metals, they have more electronegativity as compared to metals. Now down the group, metallic character increases and non-metallic character decreases. So that means nitrogen is the most non-metallic, bismuth is the most metallic. So that means when we move down the group, electronegativity decreases. Now if we talk about physical properties, so already some of the properties we have discussed, such as non-metallic and metallic character, that down the group metallic character increases. Some other physical properties are boiling point. Boiling point of 15 group elements increases from top to bottom. So we will see that when we move from top to bottom, boiling point increases. That's why at room temperature we can see that nitrogen is in gaseous state while phosphorus and the other elements are in solid state. So that means nitrogen is having lower boiling point as compared to phosphorus. So boiling point increases down the group. Melting point. Melting point first increases up to arsenic and then decreases. So here we will see that melting point from nitrogen to arsenic will increase and thereafter it will decrease. All elements shows allotropes. Allotropes means more than one forms in nature except nitrogen. So except nitrogen, all other group 15 element shows allotropy. Now let us see chemical properties of 15th group elements. Common oxidation state is -3, +3 and +5. Tendency to show -3 oxidation state decreases down the group with increase in size and metallic character. So we know that metals are having less tendency to accept electrons as compared to non-metals. That's why metals will not show negative oxidation state. So the tendency to exhibit -3 oxidation state decreases down the group. The stability of +5 oxidation state decreases down the group, and that of +3 oxidation state increases due to inert pair effect. So here we will see that the general electronic configuration is NS2 NP3, but in case of elements such as arsenic, antimony and bismuth, there is n-1 d orbital also before ns to np3. So we will see that the shielding of the two electrons of ns is very less by n-1 d orbitals, due to which these two electrons of ns are very much attracted towards the nucleus. That's why it is easier to remove the 3 electrons of p orbital. So plus 3 oxidation state is possible, but all the 5 electrons cannot be removed because of the strong bonding of the 2 electrons of ns towards the nucleus. So that's why plus 5 oxidation state will have less stability in the metals, okay, as compared to the above elements. So here we will see that as compared to the elements which are present at the top of the group will be having plus 3 oxidation state as well as plus 5, but when we move down the group, the stability of plus 5 oxidation state decreases. Nitrogen also exhibits, so it also shows plus 1, plus 2 and plus 4 oxidation state with oxygen. So we know different oxides of nitrogen, like we are having N2O, nitrous oxide, so it is having plus 1 oxidation state of nitrogen. Then we are having nitric oxide NO, so it contains nitrogen in plus 2 oxidation state. And we also have dinitrogen tetroxide N2O4, in which the oxidation state of nitrogen is plus 4. But nitrogen does not show plus 5 oxidation state due to the absence of d orbital. So because of the absence of d orbital, nitrogen does not show plus 5 oxidation state with fluorine, or we can say with halogens, okay. With halogens, nitrogen does not show plus 5 oxidation state. Otherwise with oxygen, it shows plus 5 also, okay, in case of N2O5. But with halogens, it cannot show plus 5 oxidation state, because with halogen, nitrogen forms a single bond. So it is very difficult to accommodate 5 halogen atoms surrounding nitrogen because of its smaller size as well as due to the absence of d orbital. In case of nitrogen, all oxidation state from plus 1 to plus 4 disproportionate in acidic solution. So here we will see that nitrogen in the intermediate oxidation state from plus 1 to plus 4 can undergo simultaneous oxidation and reduction. So that is called disproportionation reaction. For example, nitrous acid HNO2. So if we take 3 moles of nitrous acid, it will disproportionate to form nitric acid HNO3, water and NO. So here you can see that in case of HNO2, the oxidation state of nitrogen is plus 3. In case of HNO3, the oxidation state of nitrogen is plus 5. And in case of NO, the oxidation state of nitrogen is plus 2. So plus 3 is the medium oxidation state, from which it can go to higher oxidation state to plus 5, as well as it can go to lower oxidation state of plus 2. Similarly, in phosphorus, all intermediate oxidation states disproportionate into plus 5 and plus 3 both in acidic and alkali medium. Nitrogen is restricted to maximum covalency of 4 since only 4 orbitals, 1s and 3p orbitals are available for bonding. The heavier elements can expand their covalency beyond 4 due to the presence of d orbitals. Example, PF6 minus. So here, as phosphorus is having 3s, 3p, and after 3p it also has 3d orbital. That's why it can expand its covalency beyond 4. So it can form PF6 minus. Anomalous properties of nitrogen, that how nitrogen is different from the other elements of its group. Nitrogen differs from rest of the elements of group 15 due to its small size, high electronegativity, high ionization enthalpy, and absence of d orbital. Nitrogen can form p pi multiple bonds with itself as well as with other elements with small size and high electronegativity. Example, carbon and oxygen. So it can form p pi multiple bonds because of its small size. So we will see that as it is having small size, so it can form p pi bond with the small size atoms, such as nitrogen can form p pi multiple bond with itself as well as with carbon as well as with oxygen. So because of the small size of both the atoms, the two p orbitals will be close to each other. So overlapping between the sideways overlapping between the p orbital will be more. So bond will be shorter and stronger. That's why we will see that in multiple bonds, the bonds will be much stronger. So that's why it can form p pi bond with the small high electronegativity elements or other non-metals. So this is about the anomalous behavior of nitrogen. Heavier elements of this group do not form p pi bonds as their atomic orbitals are so large and diffuse that they cannot have effective overlapping. So here we will see that in case of heavier elements, their atomic orbitals are very large and so they are so much diffused that they cannot form effective p pi bond. Nitrogen molecule has N2 molecule has very high bond enthalpy, which is 941.4 kilojoule per mole, and the reason behind it is that nitrogen triple bond is present, and we know that when number of bond is more, bond energy required will be more. So that's why here in case of N2 molecule, it has very high bond enthalpy, while phosphorus, arsenic and antimony can form a single bond, as in case of phosphorus, it forms a single bond with the other phosphorus atom. Arsenic forms a single covalent bond with other arsenic element atom, and antimony forms a single bond with the other antimony atom. While in case of bismuth, it is elemental. Okay, so bismuth cannot form covalent bond. So in that case, bismuth forms metallic bond in its elemental state. Now nitrogen cannot form d pi p bond because of the absence of d orbital. Okay, so nitrogen cannot form d pi bond as other heavier elements can. So we can see that other elements, heavier elements of p block, such as phosphorus, in the compound R3p double bond O, the d orbital of phosphorus forms a pi bond with p orbital of oxygen. So it forms d p bond. Or phosphorus can also form d p bond with carbon, as in case of R3p double bond CH2. So here the second bond is the pi bond, and that is formed between d orbital of phosphorus and p orbital of carbon. So it forms d p bond. So here you have to remember that R is nothing but it is alkyl group. So in both the cases R is alkyl group. So why nitrogen cannot form d pi bond? due to the absence of d orbital. Phosphorus and arsenic can form d pi bond with transition elements. So in that case, phosphorus or arsenic will be in the form of ligand. Okay, ligands are the molecules which can donate lone pair of electrons. So triethyl phosphorus, or we can take triphenyl arsenic. So they can donate the lone pair of electrons to transition metal. So in that case, transition metal will be using its d orbital, and phosphorus or arsenic will also use its d orbital. So in that case, it will form d pi bond with transition metals.